Has the conversation started up there yet in terms of, in Australia it's been job saver and job keeper. The $130 billion is really about that. You know, there's got to be a federal budget. I think it's been pushed back to October now, I think, from memory. But there's going to have to be a recovery pathway through, and the building and construction industry is clearly going to play a role in that, because you can get stuff rolling through very quickly right out of Australia and build stuff, good stuff. But I've noticed already the conversation here about, the lobbying, so to speak. I've seen articles about let's spend up big and get social housing, really good, $40 billion spent on social housing. Then I've seen the sort of claims from the larger civil contractors, roads, just to bring through a lot of, advance or bring to the fore quicker planned infrastructure stuff. So, and this is coming from a government which has already just spent a bucket load of money. So, it's going to have to be very, I can just see, these competing sort of lobbying where's the money going to go to, and governments are going to be saying, where can we get our bangs? How can we spend on good stuff but still get the money flowing through the community very quickly? Is that conversation started in the UK yet?
To an extent, yeah, definitely. So the government here at the start of the year already announced, I think it was in February, about £1 billion worth of government projects in the construction infrastructure sector. And I think that was just for the next 2 years, so projects starting 2020, 2021. There's been no talk of halting any of that. In fact, during lockdown, we've still been seeing projects getting awarded, projects going out to tender. So I think in terms of, I don't think we're necessarily accelerating a lot of projects, but we're not halting it either. We're just going as planned in that respect. And that might change once we have a bit of a clearer idea of what's happening. But the government's definitely committed to getting the construction industry through it. And they've done a couple of things in the interim to help that. So, the government has been encouraged, they've encouraged public sector clients to pay quicker, and if advance payments can be made, then they should be. And if there's any sort of retention being held, they're looking at sort of how that can be released back in, so these people in the supply chain have their cash flow. And that's for the whole supply chain, not just the contract with the government. So we've seen those kind of initiatives sort of be rolled out. They've also sort of relaxed the rules on procurement a little bit. So if there's urgent or essential work that needs to be done, it can be done quicker. We don't need to have the same sort of red tape as, the whole tender process. They can, for example, just choose a supplier and sort of get it done. So they've had those kind of measures brought in to help in the interim. But I think long term, they're already splashing a lot of cash around for construction. So I think they're just staying committed to that and making sure that, business as usual to the extent it can be in getting projects started at this stage.